Yo, what's good? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve. You watching EmceeTV The Podcast, coming at you live from EmceeTV Studios in Des Moines, Iowa. As always with me, my bro. Shit, my bad.
This your boy, Big Ray West, B-I-double-G, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the West Coast, and they know.
What's happening, dog? What's happening? How you feeling this morning?
I feel great, we just came off of the first Dallas Cowboys football game last night,
Okay. How'd everything go for that?
It went horrible. I mean, just as we anticipated.
Okay. Is that in? But a lot of people say preseason doesn't matter. So is that any indication of how the season is going to go?
Absolutely, it definitely matters. It matters for us.
Sure.
We got all new coaching. We looked exactly the same like we did previously with our old regime. A lot of penalties. Offense can't get shit going. Questionable quarterback play. Difficulty rushing the ball. Difficulty stopping the rush. All the same symptoms and issues that we had last year. So,
okay.
You are right in a sense that it was just the preseason, one game. But I'm a believer that you want to see good stuff on film somewhere in there, and I didn't really see that.
I feel you.
So,
I feel you. Now that makes.
It's gonna be one of those years, bro.
Yeah, I think maybe to a diehard, that doesn't matter, but you still get to see some reps of the ball and how players are moving and whatnot. So it's a little bit of a forecast either way, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like watching somebody warm up to hit the stage. You know what I mean? Like you get a little glimpse of how things are going to go. And if you need a couple more reps, then it gives you an idea like, hey, bro, we got to practice a little more because we're not nailing that like I want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We lost to the Los Angeles Rams. It was 21-31. But up until the fourth quarter, we only had 6 points. So all of our points, we had garbage time shit happen towards the end when the Rams kind of already pulled off the pedal.
I saw the Cardinals beat the Chiefs as well. Who else played yesterday? Did the Browns play?
I want to say New England and Washington.
Yep. I saw part of that too.
New England smoked their ass. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I thought Washington was supposed to be looking pretty promising this year, just because they had a new quarterback or whatever that had come on the scene last year, and a lot of people were kind of excited for that dude.
Definitely. I don't like to admit that out loud,
Sure.
I definitely want to say fuck them, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely fuck that guy. So, but with that said, he's supposed to be okay, though. He's supposed to be okay, I wouldn't sign up for that, but, that's what a lot of people say.
Yeah. Looks like Broncos and Niners played yesterday. Broncos won 30-9. Titans and Buccaneers played yesterday. Buccaneers beat the shit out of the Titans 29-7. The Steelers and Jags played yesterday too. There was a lot of football yesterday. 31-25. Steelers won that one. That one was a little tighter margin. The Jets and Packers played yesterday. The Jets won 30-10 against over the Packers. I didn't see most of this. Dolphins and Bears play today, and then at noon, and then Saints and Chargers at 3:00.
Hell yeah, shit! I'm on that Dolphins and Bears shit. No Caleb Williams today, but I'm still watching.
Okay.
They're favored to win. The Bears are favored to win by 3.
Okay. I dig it.
Then in the afternoon, you get the Saints and the Chargers.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Who you got in that one? Are the Chargers favored in that one?
Yes, they are. by
Okay.
2.5.
Okay. I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
I ain't really heard much about the Saints lately. They got any all-stars on their team? I'm sure they do, right?
I don't watch a lot of Saints football, bro.
Yeah, me either. It looks like it's at
I
SoFi
can't.
Stadium, so that probably gives them a leverage being a home game for them. They ain't got to travel.
The motherfucking Saints. Spencer Rattler is their quarterback. So yeah, they're probably in trouble. Alvin Kamara still their number one running back. Chris Olave is their number one receiver. Rashid Shaheed's number two. I didn't realize Brandon Cooks went there. Okay, good for Brandon Cooks. He'll be their number three. Jawan Johnson at tight end. They're all right. I'm not scared though.
Yeah. All right. Uh, Man, did you see that BET is suspending the Soul Train and Hip Hop Awards indefinitely?
I did.
It's
It's trash.
it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? That's definitely not what we want to hear.
We don't want to hear it, but they need to because they're trash. Okay, you need to. If you're gonna do awards ceremonies, do them the right way. Have meaningful awards. Have thoughtfully planned out ceremonies. Let's not just make it 1,000% ratchet show where twerking, ass, naked. Just let's have some class. Like let's get dressed up. Let's hide the bodies and leave a little to the imagination. How about that? Like let's show some class at these ceremonies. You know what I mean?
Now, Fat Joe, his argument to that would be that they were ratchet because they weren't investing any money in them.
Well, yeah, all the above. Like if we're gonna do it, let's do it the right way. If this is gonna be a ratchet class, then cancel that shit. We don't need that. We don't need to celebrate ratchet.
Right.
That gets enough praise in the media.
Amen. So this one comes in from Hot 97. It's a image courtesy of Ethan Miller from Getty Images for BET. It says, Baller Alert broke the news on Tuesday evening, August 5th, that BET has indefinitely suspended both the Soul Train Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards, two of the most prominent events honoring Black music in the United States. The decision, confirmed quietly by BET CEO Scott Mills, offers no explanation or timeline for their return. Quote, so far, BET line, for BET line, we have suspended the Soul Train and Hip Hop Award shows, end quote. Mills tells Billboard's Gail Mitchell. The BET Hip Hop Awards, launched in 2006, have become a major platform for both rising and established rap artists. Known for its standout ciphers and headline-making performances, the annual broadcast has featured appearances from artists such as Kendrick Lamar, Nicki Minaj, and Future. For many fans, the event served as a vital celebration of hip-hop culture and innovation. The Soul Train Awards, which debuted in 1987, carried a legacy that extended back to Don Cornelius's influential television series. The show became a significant stage for honoring R&B and soul artists, past and present. Its production helped spotlight emerging talent while preserving the traditions of Black music history. BET's decision to shelve both programs arrives during a period of transition in which the entertainment industry The network was sold earlier by this year by Paramount Global to a group of Black-led investors, raising expectations for a renewed focus on Black content. Instead, the suspension of these two award shows has triggered concern among viewers and industry figures about the network's direction. That's too bad.
I'm not surprised, dog. Man, BET, Black people don't even own BET no more.
Well, that's what he was saying. They just bought it back. They just bought it
back. Black people bought it back?
Yeah. So it was owned by Paramount. And then, so they thought so the last sentence was, the network was sold earlier by Paramount Global to a group of Black-led investors, raising expectations for a renewed focus on Black content. Instead, the suspension of these two award shows has triggered concern among viewers and industry figures about the network's direction. So they're saying that when these Black folks bought it, they thought it was going to be, they were going to double down maybe or something, but instead they started pulling stuff. and so they're concerned about the direction it's going now. So,
See, I'm reading something on Google AI that says it might not be updated, but it says Paramount Skydance Corporation. It was the owner of BET, but so that's old, and they sold it to new investors, is what you're saying.
Yep. And this article came out on Hot 97, August 5th. So it dropped on Tuesday. So this one may be a little more current.
Okay, so that could change it up. Okay, so I was gonna go a whole different route, obviously, if it was still white owned. But it's still kind of the same. I said initially, if it is black owned and they're pulling it off, I feel like they're pulling it off for good reason, because they realized that they weren't worth shit. So we're gonna redo them. You know, we're gonna put some substance into them. You know, make them worth having an award show. You know, like shit.
Yeah. Hopefully it takes a better turn. Maybe they'll figure out a way to increase viewership as well. You know what I mean? And kind of reignite the fire a little bit. I heard a rumor a while back that MTV was going to go back to playing music videos. I don't know that will hold as much merit as it once did. It's tough to kind of get the genie back in the bottle, because anybody can drop a video on YouTube now, and it will, you don't need to. Essentially, what you used to have to do back in the day was go and bribe an exec at MTV to get your video up on there. You'd have to pay them some money. And you know what I mean? There's all sorts of stories of rock bands showing up with trash bags full of money and going to BET or I'm sorry, MTV and getting somebody to play their music video. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the same went for hip hop and whatever else along the years. And so I don't think, with the advent of the internet and the progression and everything and YouTube, I don't think it will hold as much merit as it once did. But it'd be cool. I mean, it would still, I guess it's still a different standard, because anybody can jump on YouTube. But if you end up on MTV, that kind of sets you apart from the rest of the herd.
TV is almost dead, dog.
I think streaming cable is still relevant, but I think, I think terrestrial cable through a coax is I would agree with that.
Man, I say TV is almost dead because YouTube is the number one platform in the world for streaming. I understand people are getting shit. I don't know what they're all called, Hulu and shit, and you can stream MTV via something like Hulu or something like that. But for the most part, the most of the population is watching just YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I think I've seen numbers on that where YouTube is dominating by a large margin as well. So like you said, I think that was a good analogy to get the genie back in the bottle, to try to switch up to what the game is now. Because basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to, okay, this is what they're watching on YouTube. Let's just start showing that shit on our channel again, and they'll come back. Like, nah, it's too late for that, homeboy.
Yeah. I think they lost that foothold a long time ago. But I mean, it would be kind of cool to, I think they had BET Late Night and MTV Raps and stuff like that. You know, I mean, if you had somebody with some merit, like the Jada and Joe show, or something off of Revolt TV or whatever, if somebody like that ended up over there that gave it a little bit of some standings, it'd be cool to have Big Tigger or somebody come out and say, Big Ray West coming up next on Rap City The Basement.
I don't think people care about programming anymore. On demand has taken over. Like, I want to watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it. I don't want you guys to set up a lineup that, you know what I mean? Like, I want to watch the videos I want to watch now. I don't care what y'all chose anymore. Like, on demand and personal choice, like, I feel like that rules media now. Like,
but I mean, for you as an artist, if you had Big Tigger announcing that Big Ray West's coming up next as he's going into commercial break or whatever, that wouldn't resonate with you?
No, he's out of date.
Well, and I was just plugging in a name, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if DJ Quick was hosting it and you was like, God damn, DJ Quick, come on, fellas, tune in. DJ Quick about to drop my video.
I think, man, you would get some people. I would be naive to say you wouldn't. You would get some people that were interested, but at that point, I feel like, it's all about monetization then. At that point, I need to just be streaming that from my own channel to build my own channel. Like, Like, fuck MTV. Like, we need to have Quick on our channel and go live. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I just feel like that's what the climate is. Like, I don't know, bro.
Now,
everybody's so independent.
There's some truth to that. I see you. I was just going through a handful of different thoughts there. I see you rocking the Orcas today. You got that Big Rich.
Yeah, shout out Rich the Factor. You know it.
I was just down in KC, and I was talking to DJ Hike and Papa Cal about Rich the Factor while I was down there. Man, they said Rich is still out there and making splashing in the water in a big way. You know what I mean? It's going down. The Orcas is active.
Hey man, he's the biggest mammal in the Midwest, dog. We know it.
Without a doubt. Stay tuned for that interview. They dropped some knowledge on me. They was up in there cutting it up with the records on the ones and twos and shit. And they gave me some backstories on a lot of hip hop legends out of KC, and you know what I mean. We had a lot of fun. It was a good interview.
Man, I was just in the studio with the Cuddy Diamond G. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Speaking of the Whale Mafia, you know what I'm talking about?
What was y'all doing?
We're finishing up our duo album, man. We got a whole tape together. We probably got like 10 to 12 songs. And I was just doing, I want to say maybe the last song for it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man. So with that being said, I'm going to need to get with you, and I need to get a photo shoot done and get some pics done so I can get a shout out to his graph guy so we can get a cover going.
Diamond G's out of Kansas City too, isn't he?
Absolutely.
That's what I thought. We might need to slide down there and do a music video or something, bro.
Yeah, he's with it.
Yeah.
He running with the Orcas too, so you know he tapped in with Rich.
There we go. I got the all the leaks fixed on the Impala. We might just have to push that down there. You know what I mean?
I don't know, dog. Not the Impala, man. I don't know if I feel safe going 3.5 hours away in that machine, my boy.
been running for 65 years, bro. It's still out there. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. Let's take a Honda Civic or something. something reliable.
Oh, ouch.
Hey, it looks good though. It looks good.
I appreciate you.
We don't need to be getting stuck in the hood at gates trying to get a jump, dog.
Oh shit. Okay. When's the new project supposed to drop with you and Diamond G?
We don't have a date, man. It ain't even mixed yet. We just put together records still. You know, like I said, we're probably 10 to 12 deep. Probably gonna start with artwork first, and obviously get a title and all that. We don't even have a title yet. So
okay.
We just been recording music and
just having fun.
Yeah. But he called me Friday and he said he's ready to wrap this shit up and get a folks something to listen to. So I'm with that as well.
Hell yeah.
And he's down, like I said, he's down to shoot the videos too. So we could definitely go slide on him and get something done.
That's what's up. Yeah, KC ain't nothing but a day trip. That's a easy down there and back. You know what I mean? So.
And we need to do something for a Field of Dreamers. Like we need to maybe set up a listening party and at least order some physical CDs, some compact discs or something, and you know, let's get this ball moving a little bit. You know.
Yep, I think we put together a couple of different packages. You know, we get them a super fan pack with posters and all that. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I got a dude that'll do us some posters, and then maybe we get the rest of the squad together and get them signed for like, you know, 50 super fans or whatever, and give them some exclusive shit. You know what I mean? We get Big Trip and you and me and everybody to sign them. And then for the 50 top fans that want to purchase the whole package, they can get an autograph poster with everybody on the record. They get a copy of the record, and you know, whatever else we throw in there, maybe a T-shirt or something. So we'll do this one right. Hell yeah!
Because this motherfucker's mixed, y'all.
It's exciting. It's mixed,
y'all.
Hell yeah! All right, Ray, you want to catch the next one? You want to hit them with a little more hip hop?
So this is about Gunna and Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Image comes in via USA Today by Kyle Terada. And let's get into it. The deleted tweet in question has to do with Gunna and Young Thug's fractured friendship after the YSL Rico trial. Gunna just dropped his new album, the last one today, which would have been Friday, August 8th, which reportedly marks his final album under YSL. As such, many fans expected him to at least say something about his former mentor, Young Thug, in their post Rico trial falling out, and it seems like they got what they wanted. On the track Prototype, as caught by Kurko on Twitter, the Georgia rapper seemed to address Thugger's tweet and delete about Gunna shortly after his release from prison. Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy, he had written. Thug never confirmed nor denied full responsibility for the tweet and delete, and it seems like we now have a response. Quote, nigga had tweeted my name, must have been a typo. Wanna seemingly responded to the shady comment. Of course, take this with a grain of salt, as he could be rapping about something or someone else entirely here, but given his visibility of that conflict, the context behind it, and how both artists have handled this so far, for the most part, fans can't help but come to this conclusion. We'll see if anything confirms to debunk these tensions in the near future.
So I didn't lock in super tight on this one in terms of the Rico trial and whatnot, but from what I was reading this morning, just to kind of refresh my memory of everything, how it went, it sounds like Gunna didn't snitch on him when he took his plea deal in the Rico trial that they had. It says, this comes in from AI. It says Gunna's plea deal involved an Alford plea, which means he maintained his innocence while acknowledging the prosecution's evidence was sufficient enough to convict him. His attorneys stated unequivocally that Gunna did not cooperate with the prosecutors or testify against Young Thug or any YSL members, according to his attorney. But it sounds like, obviously there's some tension, and I think I'll have to Google this to verify. Young Thug got some years though, didn't he?
No, he's home.
Oh, but I mean, at one point, didn't he get charged pretty heavily?
He was on trial. They was trying to sit him down. I think he's on like an insane amount of house arrest. I mean, not house arrest, probation.
Okay.
But he's home though.
Oh, yep. Okay, so this is what Google says regarding that. It says Young Thug was released from jail after accepting a plea deal and was sentenced to time served and 15 years of probation. He had been in custody for over 900 days, approximately 2.5 years at the time of his release in October 2024.
Nigga, they're betting the motherfucking world that your ass is gonna fail on probation. 15 years, like, oh yeah, he's gonna drop dirty just once.
Right. The plea deal
going back.
The plea deal involved pleading guilty to gang, drug, and gun charges. Notably, the initial sentence was 40 years with 5 years to be served, but this was commuted to time served already. The probation comes with significant restrictions, including a ban from Atlanta metropolitan area for 10 years, with exceptions for specific events, and a requirement to participate in anti-gun and anti-gang presentations. Any violation of the probation could lead to a 20-year prison sentence.
I mean, shit. I feel like obviously he's addressing him. He said, "quote Nigga had tweeted my name, must have been nigga had tweeted my name, must have had to be a typo." Like, of course he's addressing it.
Yeah,
and it's not major either. Shit, I don't believe Gunna wanted with Young Thug anyway. That's why he been so quiet. Some people, you just know your role.
Right.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
And, he's just one of them ones that he know there will be consequences and repercussions if you say too much.
Go bad. It could go bad real quick.
It could go bad real quick. You know what I'm saying? So you say your little thing, you poke the bear, and then you run. Go about your day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't tap in real hard on that one, but it sounds like it was a messy situation, and it went extra bad. So, and I mean, that's when you got the feds coming at you. I think their success rate is like 80 or 90%. And so
that's not very good.
That's intimidating in itself. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah. So. Hey, that's why I tell the homies, just go to work, bro. Just get a job, man.
Hey, man.
this shit sucks. We wage slaves and all of that, but you know, you ain't gotta look over your shoulder.
Hell yeah. A-Train jumped up in here with us. He said, had to jump in here one time with y'all. What's up to the homies?
A-Train, what it don't do?
Hell yeah. I'm going to respond back to him real quick. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Appreciate you jumping up in here with us, A-Train. So that brings me to my next thought. We got a lot of big tours coming through Des Moines here in the near future. I just dropped the graphic on them real quick. We got the Mexican OC Recess Tour with R&B FOMO. I'm sorry, R&B FOBOB and Trody. And that's going to be here in Des Moines on September 30th. Ray, how you feeling about that one? Are you excited? Are you fucking with Mexican OT?
No, negative. Mexican OT burnt a couple bridges. You know, I know he tried to repair them, but yeah, no.
Who'd he burn bridges with? I didn't even catch that one.
You know, the black community and saying I say nigga when I want to, and who are you? What y'all gonna do to stop it? And I'll say it whenever I want to, type of shit. He came out strong like that.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know, and there was the part of the community that was opposed to him saying that, you know what I'm saying, because of his ethnicity. And he took a strong defense and pretty much said, I'll say it when I want, where I want, and what y'all gonna do about it. So there was a strong backlash and you know, a boycott, see you when I see you type of thing. And then he got on apologizing and said, nah, he all sorry and shit.
Okay, so this is kind of a serious issue, but I am kind of curious because I thought, I mean, this may be a little bit of a controversy, maybe I'm just naive. I don't know.
Yeah.
But from my perspective, I thought white folks were just kind of like the rest of the races kind of got a little bit of a pass. You know what I mean? Because in the past, other folks had kind of, it wasn't as much of an issue. If it was way more of an issue if I said it than somebody
1,000%
of a different ethnicity.
It depends. It definitely depends who you're moving around.
Sure.
Because there's a part of the community that it's only black. No Mexicans allowed, no Asians allowed, no whites allowed, nobody.
Right.
You know, that's probably 30 to 40% of the population, I would say, you know. But then there's others that, you know, there's people like me. I grew up with the essays, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't crazy to hear essays say that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, in the hood, you know, and I wasn't offended by that. But when you come out and take a stand, like when somebody is offended by it, that's fucking with me or rolling with me, and then they call you out upon that, and then you aggressively like, nah, fuck that, homie. I say whatever the fuck I want when I want. Now I got a problem with that, you know, because now you being ultra insensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah. No, I feel you. That yeah, I guess maybe it wasn't his initial approach as much as the double down kind of arrogance or whatever you want to call it.
I feel like with that word, you got to be, you know what I'm saying? If you got homeboys that obviously where he's from, he's got people that embraced him and let him say that, you know what I'm saying? They don't have an issue, but he's got to understand you can't take just because that's the rules at home. That's not the rules all across the globe, homie.
Right.
That's not the rules in everybody's hood. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in somebody else's hood and you get checked about that and they're, you know, they're respectfully telling you or however they're telling you, you know, hey, that's a no-fly zone over here. And you want to, you know, stick your chest out about it in somebody else's hood. Hey, it's free game. Whatever happened to you, happened to you. I can't control these niggas.
Right. I remember one of the close homies, security teams that moves very official. You know what I mean? They used to say when they were on tour, out of town, out of bounds. You know what I mean? And so we gotta move correct. You know what I mean? We gotta move correct out here because you never know who's watching or where you might be at. You know what I mean? You're just mobbing through and you think you're just kicking it outside the venue, and come to find out you're deep in the trenches or something.
Yeah,
you know?
bro. Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Like, man, rules change on the region. Laws change on the location.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You don't just go act Iowa in all 50 states. You
Right.
hear me?
Yep, you got to have some wits about you and know your surroundings.
Yeah, dog. So Mexican OT, man, I don't know. Like he was just real negative about that shit. And like I said, I will give him credit. He did apologize and acknowledge his wrongs, but I feel like the only reason you did that is because you started seeing that money loss and that fan loss. Them social media numbers started dipping, and you might have even lost a couple shows. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
might even had a couple legends be like, "Oh yeah, when I see you, I'm gonna see you," type shit.
Yeah.
But who's to say that who's to say that it's really authentic, that you feel it? You probably just felt it financially and was like, let me change my tune.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoyed the dude's music, but yeah, in terms of you gotta move correctly, and so it sounds like some errors were definitely made.
Yeah.
So in other news, I seen A Train drop this, and I was going to mention it too, but conveniently, I happen to have the graphic. We talked about it a little bit, but Strawstone, Nice Enough Entertainment, and 93 and Alive have the last Wednesday tour with Chris Webby, Jaron Benton, and Whitney Payton at the Record Bar, October 30th. That's Halloween Eve, and then it is also in Iowa right before that. And
It wasn't a
so
problem until it was in Iowa.
uh, and I'm hoping that maybe you and I get up in that show and get to do the damn thing. You know what I mean? There could be some fun had if we can maybe even rock the mic at the Iowa event. We'll see. It's up in the air.
No doubt.
But that would be ultra righteous if something like that happens. So.
Yes, shout out to Strawstone. You know what I'm saying? The ascension is noticeable. And
Yeah.
commendable.
Yep. Yeah, that one's a First Fleet, I believe, for the Des Moines event. It is First Fleet. I'm pulling up the information right now. It is First Fleet concerts, which is Woolies and Valair and Hinterland, and then it is also Metro concerts and Nice Enough Entertainment. So shout out to them. They all continue to hold it down for the Midwest and continue to bring dope hip hop and keep building. And shout out to Chris Webby, Jaron Benton, and Whitney Payton, and Otis Julius. Otis Julius is on that whole run too. So shout out to the homie for that one.
Julius.
Hell yeah! Much props to the homie on that one. I see you out there eating slices of pizza and drinking dew.
Oh shit!
When he says what it do, he talking something different.
That's funny. Motherfucking speaking of Nice Enough and Strawstone, I feel like I must mention shout out to King ISO. 2 days ago he just dropped a brand new single and official music video called Normal.
I did see that. I haven't had a chance to peep it out yet, but that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely for the broken, the mentally ill, that's his specialty.
Yeah. I did notice the other day that that there has been a lot of focus on Marv One just went live. Shout out Marv One. There has been a lot of focus on
Hey Marv.
There's been a lot of focus on mental health lately in music. And I think it's definitely something that we need to talk about a little more. I can't remember the article that I read, but it did bring it kind of to the forefront, and they were saying that the increase in musicians, specifically hip hop artists, the increase in them talking about mental health awareness and whatnot has grown considerably in the past handful of years. You know what I mean? Say the past 5 years or 10 years or whatever. The conversation about mental health in music, specifically hip hop, has grown considerably. And so and they were just saying that's indicative of because rappers are a little more free to talk about things than some other genres of music or whatever. And so whoever did the article, you know what I mean, CNN or USA Today or whoever the fuck it was, they were saying that basically that it goes to show that there's a little more concern. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people talking about this. It's not something that just plagues you and I, the common man. You know what I mean? Like celebrities are feeling this too, and this is something to be aware of. And it's a basically a national crisis versus just something that affects a handful of people.
True.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a delicate subject, I don't know, man. I know it's serious, and I know people are ultra. There's people that are ultra affected by it. I just salute the people that put the word out. You know what I'm saying? I salute people that put the word out and make it normal to speak on.
Hell yeah. A-Train jumped up in there. He said, "Party in the front, mullet in the back." Hashtag, and then he said, hashtag ISO.
Motherfucking ISO, he's got a new album dropping too. You know what I'm saying? Ghetto Psycho. And they're doing motherfucking vinyl, boy.
Oh shit. Okay. I mean, Trav and Tech definitely know what's going on in the industry, and a lot of people are moving that direction. If you ain't dropping some vinyl when you drop your record, then yeah, I mean, or I should say it like this: when you drop vinyl with a record, people take it seriously. You know what I mean? People really take notice. They go, "Oh, y'all moving like that? Okay." You know what I mean? Even if it's just a short run. And sometimes the short run even reels them in more. You know what I mean? They say, "Hey, we got 250 splatter patterns. Cop them over here." I mean, I can see your vinyl right behind you. You got the Do or Die. You got the DJ Quick. Even that old school one with the Sweet Black Pussy. I was talking about it when I love it. You know what I mean? That's
Black Pussy. I always talk about it because I love it.
got that motherfucking cassette. Got that cassette. It's right around here. Hey, here it goes. I got that motherfucking cassette right here.
Oh,
shit. Stays on repeat.
Boy, you lucky KT ain't in here today.
Uh-oh.
She used to think that shit was hilarious when you talk about that shit. That Quick, boy.
DJ Quicker than the motherfucking house.
You know it.
Man, that's something we didn't talk about either. We got to talk about that tour. Man, it's unfortunate that I was going to go to that tour and you were pondering going to that tour, and it sounds like the Mafia tour, the Thuggish Ruggish Mafia tour, got put on pause until 26 is what they're saying. April 2026, they're gonna bring it back. I think in that reel that Bone Thugs had posted, they said April 2026 is when to expect it now. But I was super excited, man. I was going to that Tinley Park show August 28th or 29th. What do you got any? I mean, obviously we're just speculating, but you got any ideas of why you think they canceled the show, bro? What do you think happened there?
I bet they want to get the album done.
Yeah, because he did say we got new music coming. Be on alert because there's a new track dropping in the next couple of days or whatever it was.
And you probably, you got the whole group back together. You're pushing a new album, that single they had, All Shit, which was just very mid to me. I'm sorry, it was very mid.
You weren't feeling it?
I don't know. It didn't move me much at all to hear. And I was happy. I knew that all the members contributed to the record, but it was just like, damn, this is the single we chose, fellas. Like, we're all back together, and this is what we did. Like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
underwhelming. So, I feel like when Bone Thugs and Harmony, you got to sprinkle in the classics, but I don't want to see Bone Thugs and Harmony go on a full tour and just do nothing but classics.
Yeah. You want to hear new material.
Yeah, bro. Like, if we're pushing a new album and y'all are talking about a new album, like, okay, let's perform new music. Obviously, like I said, we got to have some classics in there. That's why we're here. But let's hear some new shit too. Let's blow the roof off this motherfucker. Show us what y'all really got. Show us y'all still got it. So I would like to believe they pushed it back because they want to perform new material instead of 30-year-old material for 30 dates.
Right. I mean, they definitely got a big body of work, but yeah, it would be nice to see them come out there and rock with some new material and drop some new stuff on us and be prepared and ready to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, songs we ain't never heard. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
they back, dog.
In full effect. I mean, the way Exhibit came back and started moving, holy guacamole.
Shout out X to the Z, man.
Oh, bro.
I've been waiting on that, man.
It hit so hard.
He's always been a top-notch lyricist for the West Coast, you know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And I always appreciate Exhibit, and Corrupt getting back in the saddle too. He about to drop a Death Row album. He's got a new single out, and Man, it's great, dog. The West Coast Assassins are coming back. Razzcast just dropped a motherfucking project. You know what I'm saying? King Crook is about to give us Good vs. Evil 3. So watch out when these lyrical West Coast cats start waking up. You know, that's what the fuck I be waiting for.
The bar is getting raised. You can't come out with some mediocre rhymes anymore. You know what I mean? Them days is over. You got to really come through and start dropping bars.
Yeah, and I'm here for it, dog.
Yeah, motherfuckers is wanting quadruple entendres. You can't just come through the door and, you know what I mean, just be all lackadaisical and shit. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of good conscious music dropping right now. You know, and I think everybody's just, you know, well, I say a lot of people, the older crowds, not the young guys, not the 25 and under, they still enjoy fuck shit. But I feel like there's a craving for some substance in hip hop music. Like, you can only fuck so much, you can only pop so many pills and sell so many dope and wear so much jewelry, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
A-Train. Oh, go ahead.
I need to feed my brain. Like, I need to put on a dope beat and actually learn something intellectually stimulating, you know?
Yep. The homie A-Train just jumped up in here again. He said he's up in here heavy today. Shout out to the homie A-Train for really coming through and supporting us today on the podcast. Much love and respect to my guy.
And he always comes out to our concerts.
He does. He been rocking with it for a long time. So A-Train jumped in here. He said that project that C-Mob and Corrupt did a while back is fire. That's big facts.
I got that vinyl as well. Shout out C-Mob.
Shout out Test One up in here. He said hashtag facts, Ray.
Hey, shout out my OG Test One, man. Hey, we got a brand new single on the way called Dreams on Fire, dropping August 27th, produced by Test One.
Oh, shit.
Dog, hey, it's crack, Steve. When you hear that shit, it's a hip-hop beat, too. Eclectic as fuck. Sample heavy, like...
Oh, you talking my style.
Boy, hey, when you hear this shit, yeah, dog. Hey, Test One put his motherfucking foot in the batch of collard greens on this shit, bro.
I love it. Shout out Test One and Big Ray West. New music coming soon.
Dreams on Fire, baby.
Hell yeah.
I should have sent you the artwork so you could have dropped it. Fuck.
Yeah, shit. You know what? We might have to drop it on Thursday.
Tuesday.
We're gonna drop it on. We're gonna drop it on the next one. Stay tuned. That was just a teaser. It's coming. Nah, man, there's a lot of dope shit going on in hip hop. A lot of stuff to be excited about. You know what I mean? If you say that you can't find any good music right now, you ain't looking in the right spot. You ain't putting out any effort because there's so much dope music right now.
Another one I want to tip my hat to. OG Richie Rich just dropped a new album.
Hell yeah!
He dropped an album called Richard, and dog, look at that shit slap, dog. Hey. It's straight Bay Area, Oakland beats, that banging shit, dog. The Car King is back, too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Richie Rich in this motherfucker. I was impressed. You know, he's never been super lyrical, miracle type of guy, but it's the feeling his music gives you. Like the vibe, like that player shit, like, nigga, yes.
I love it.
Check that shit out, too. Richie Rich, Richard the Deluxe Edition. That shit go hard as fuck.
All right, if we go West Coast, I'm going to go ahead and drop it on them. Boom. This next article comes in from, let me slide over here real quick. Boom. Hot New Hip Hop. It says, Tyler, the Creator, calls Clips collaboration one of the best moments of his life. This one's kind of exciting. Article comes in from Hot New Hip Hop. Image comes in from Jay Calderon, USA Today Network via Imagine Images. Tyler, the Creator, previously revealed that it took him several tries to get his Let God Sort 'Em Out verse right, and he almost gave up. During a recent interview with Zane Lowe for Apple Music, Tyler, the Creator, opened up about his collaboration with the Clips on Let God Sort 'Em Out, revealing that it was one of the best moments of his life so far. Quote, just pressing play and hearing your voice on a Clips album. I don't think folks know how the weight that shit really got. I got Grammys. I got whips. I done did it all. That might be the top 8 moments of my life, end quote, he shared, as captured by Kirko. So thank you to Pusha, Malice, Pharrell, for real. Love y'all down. Tyler previously told Hot 97 that it took him quite a few tries to get the verse right, and he nearly gave up, even telling Pusha T to scrap it all together. It's been a few times I've gotten nervous and trying to nail it, that verse with two of my Mount Rushmores, produced by Mount Rushmore. Like, I can't fuck this up for me, he said.
That's pressure, dog.
Yeah, it took me so long to write that, and just trying to perfect it. Was really in that bitch sweating. That motherfucker Pusha sent me that before I went on tour, probably in April, and I ain't getting back till end of May, early June. So
I feel that. Hey, I want to first tip my hat to Tyler, the creator, for paying homage. You know what I'm saying, like that, in such a beautiful fashion, acknowledging the weight that those guys are, and the opportunity that he got and was blessed with. You know what I'm saying? I think that's beautiful. So yeah, and then I could feel him. You know what I'm saying? If these guys are your goats or on your Mount Rushmores type shit, for you to be able to pin something to work with them and collaborate with them, I imagine the pressure is on. I would feel that too, especially if it was an in-person type of thing.
Yeah.
So I can relate to that. I can't say how I can relate right now, but just know I can relate to that. One day I'll be able to let y'all know about that.
just being in the studio with somebody you admired and looked up to over the years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you're already kind of starstruck a little bit, you know what I mean? Even somebody that can really hold their composure together and hold it down, you're still gonna have a little bit of, it's gonna fuck with you mentally, you know what I mean? It's gonna get in your brain. And so not only do you got to kind of not fan out, so to speak, you know what I mean? But you got to perform now, because, I've heard of artists saying, nah, man, I want to see you write your verse with me. You know what I mean? I want to make sure it's really you. I want to make sure you ain't up in there with a thesaurus and shit, you know what I mean? And just, or whatever, you know what I mean? Using AI or whatever the case may be. And so for somebody to really come through and pen, you're sitting in the studio together, like, hey, fuck it, I'm covering studio time, don't worry about it. Let's sit here and rock out. Let's pen this verse together. You know what I mean? We can bounce ideas off each other or whatever, but let's make this a cohesive track.
I'm with that. I used to be all about that, but it just seems in 2025, it's just it's just more convenient to work via email for whatever reason. Nobody wants to come sit in the studio for hours and listen to beats and, then try to discuss what we're going to write about, and then spend a couple more hours writing it all down, and then spending a couple more hours recording it together. Like, it almost seems like it's too much time for rappers these days. Like, they don't have time to invest like that no more. And that used to be the creative process.
Yeah. I think that people feel, I mean, just from an outsider looking in, you know what I mean? I think people feel like, kind of like that on-demand TV and everything else we referenced earlier, you know what I mean? Like, my schedule is so hectic or whatever. You can email me the beat. I can sit here and pen it together, and then I'm not locked in with you. You're not locked in with me. And that pressure is not there. Like, damn, I got to deliver in the next 2 hours because I got to pick up the kids and get to soccer practice or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
I feel like some of the best records I did, though, we wrote together.
For sure.
I mean, I got good records where I sent over the email, but I don't know, man. It's just something different about when you sit together with an artist, you go through beats and you both pick up together and both settle on a topic together in person. And then somebody drops the hook right there in person. It's like, it's just a different vibe. I don't know.
Well, and it also,
it could be replicated, but it's not authentic.
Well, and I would say also, kind of like what you said in the past, I mean, we've discussed this, and obviously nobody wants to be one-upped on a verse, you know what I mean? But also I can get a little glimpse of your verse. You can get a glimpse of my verse, so we know what direction we're going. If we sit there writing together, you know what I mean? So you kind of get a cheat code a little bit, like, oh, that's the direction you're going. I can vibe off of that without hearing. I don't need to hear your verse, but I can vibe off of the direction you're going or how you're coming. 100%. And so we can kind of vibe together.
1,000%.
Yeah, and just makes it more of a cohesive track.
Yeah, it can for sure. It definitely can. But like I said, man, people are pressed for time. Nobody has time to sit in the studio and spend 4 hours on one song. Now They want the instant song. Shit, send me the song with the hook already on it in my email with the verse already open. That way I just listen to the hook, put my verse in, send it back. Song's done. Took us 40 minutes or less.
Yeah.
Like there's no process no more. One guy does all the work and they send the finished product over. The other guy just writes the verse and claims half of the song. All you did was drop a verse. You didn't think of no concept. You didn't think of the hook. You didn't think of the beat. All you did was give me a guest verse, and you're getting 50% of my shit now. Ain't that shit crazy, bro?
It is wild. It is wild.
I do all the work. You rap 16 bars, and you're entitled to damn near half.
A-Train said Ghostwriter. And then he hit us with a laughing emoji. He said Eminem checks everyone before they hit the studio with him. And then he just hit us with another comment. He said, give T-Bear and Ray West a fire beat. It's over in 30 minutes.
For me, I'm good. I'm still that sharp, A-Train. T-Bear, we're going to have to give T-Bear a little more time these days. T-Bear's probably 75 minutes these days.
He came correct, bro. This is a perfect opportunity to talk about the new record. So we dropped a video. I had the opportunity of filming it. Thank you very much for the opportunity to get out there with the camera and rock with y'all.
Definitely.
We dropped Back Outside. It's doing numbers. The homie Nuisance heard it. He said, man, he said, that's your homie? He said, I'd like to team up with him on a track. I said, I think I can orchestrate that for you, bro.
Hell yeah. Hey, that would be good. That would be different, and that's what it's all about, making them different pairings, you know what I'm saying, and merging those different fan bases,
Yep.
So I think that would be good, T-Bear and Nuisance one. That would be an interesting record. But as you did say, yes, Steve did just shoot the video for Back Outside. It's on the GFG Records YouTube page right now. It currently just hit over 1K after, I believe, 4 or 5 days, something like that. So it's not doing too bad. We're not superstars or nothing like that, but we appreciate everybody that does fuck with us, So I'm pleased with the product. I'm pleased with the video. I'm pleased with the album. T-Bear worked hard. The city is sharing it. The city is talking about it, and that's well-deserved. I know he feels good about that, to be acknowledged in that way. Yeah, dog. Back Outside's out right now. 14 all new songs by T-Bear via GFG Records.
Hell yeah. I just brought in the image. I was a little slow grabbing it. I didn't have it already queued up. I should have known we were going to talk about this too. That's my fault.
No worries.
But yeah, I just dropped a graphic on them. Yeah, definitely peep it out. It's available on YouTube. It's on the EmceeTV page. It's on my personal page. You can catch the short on IG. It's out there. It's out there all over the place. And then you can catch it on all platforms. So it's available on iTunes, Apple Music. You know what I mean? Grab you a copy today. Support local hip hop. Support somebody that you know what I mean? Instead of buying all these records from people that you don't really know, you know what I mean? Buy some dope hip hop from somebody that you know and see the impact in their life.
So let's pull up the track list. I'm gonna ask you to recommend a couple songs off of there, and I'm gonna do the same.
Okay. Let me see if I can grab it real quick, and I can bring it in for the viewers.
Well, I wasn't saying necessarily for them, but for you though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They don't need to see it. I don't think I got a graphic to where they can see it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe I could snag the backside of the record.
Just probably go to YouTube and look at the playlist.
Okay. I do see it right here.
So I'm going to ask Steve to recommend 3 tracks on this album for anybody that hasn't listened to it yet. You know what I'm saying? And I'll do the same.
I think They Don't Want None, featuring Trip Shelton. That's an exciting one. You know what I mean?
Shout out T-Bear and Trip Shelton.
Hell yeah. Let me make sure I got this up while we're talking. Just so if for anybody tuning in right now, we're talking T-Bear Back Outside on EmceeTV with the homie Big Ray West. That's the graphic right there. That's the album art. So I said I think the verse. The track They Don't Want None featuring Trip Shelton. Goes extra hard. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with the Chronic. Featuring Big Ray West. Now, when you do something like that with T-Bear, is that something where you guys are in the studio together?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We was in the studio together for pretty much this whole entire album.
That's what's up. So writing, recording, all of that stuff. Yeah. And that's how you get that sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did a lot of executive producing on this joint.
That's obviously an extra investment, you know what I mean, in terms of time and a role you got to play, but at the same time, I think you get more out of it too, right?
Yeah, it's dope, man. My homeboy KMB up in this motherfucker. KMB Music up in this bitch. That's Coffeeville, Kansas for you square brains.
Hell yeah. Shout out to KMB Music. That's what's up. Appreciate you joining the pod with us today, bro.
Yeah, you remember him? We did that Kansas City dispensaries video.
Yep. So matter of fact, when I was just down there turning the corner in Kansas City, we went by the liquor store that we filmed at. I was pointing it out to the homies. I said, I think we shot a music video in this parking lot right here. I said, the park ought to be right up the way here.
That's comedy. We sure the fuck did.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, the record is fire. Yeah, I mean, there's tracks on there. You know, CP coming through with Feeling the Vibe. You know, the two to the head with Dynasty, Smooth G, and D-Man. You know what I mean? The whole record from front to back is there. I don't see any skips on here. Naj always comes correct. You know what I mean? Nas is the way to go. And then of course Test One. You know what I mean? Drug to Me.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many on here. I feel like I think I've heard the whole record. There might be a couple of here I missed because my broke ass still does the what do you call it, the rotate play or whatever. Shuffle.
Spotify.
The shuffle. Yeah, I get the shuffle.
You know, I ain't paying for no motherfucking. Man, for me, Back Outside T-Bear, songs that I recommend. Number one, I would say Feeling This Vibe featuring CP. That was the first music video we shot. Summer anthem, you know what I'm saying? Real good barbecue feeling shit. You know, CP's got the golden voice. I call him the golden voice because that's what he has. Him and T-Bear go well together. Number two, I would recommend To the Head featuring Dynasty, Smooth G, and D-Man. That's another anthem. That beat is ridiculous. Gets shit started, you know?
Awesome!
And then number three, I would have to go with They Don't Want None. T-Bear performs that song damn near every show he's at, you know. So if you ever seen a live T-Bear show, you'll want to listen to this because you'll finally get to put it all together, you know, because Trip Shelton's actually on here too. So you'll hear T-Bear and Trip Shelton going back to back, trading bars. It's very necessary. And then for an honorable mention, I think I had to have two. My first honorable mention is Chill featuring Naj. That shit's beautiful. That's that shit that you got one in the ashtray, you got some wine glasses, you and your lady slapping bones, you know what I'm saying? And you got that song playing, you know? And then my honorable mention, I'm going to go Everyday Money with KT is dope because that shit's hard as a motherfucker.
Hell yeah. I'm matter of fact, you just making me want to turn the record back on. You know what I'm saying? I'll get back out there. I got some things to do before work. It's going to be playing.
Man, it's one of them, man. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the effort, bro. It really blows his first album out the water. This is his sophomore release solo. This is a sophomore solo. And we compare it to the first one, it just beats it up.
You can see the progression, the growth in the music, without a doubt.
Yeah, doggy.
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. So shout out T-Bear, man.
Ray, what you got on the plate for the rest of the day?
Man, I'm on some NFL shit, dog. The NFL actually already kicked off 15 minutes ago, so I'm gonna go fuck with that. August 21st, man, I got a show at Lefty's Live Music. We got a show, you know.
That's right.
Hosted by EmceeTV, headlined by Ken 10.
Ken 10 in the building.
That's Thursday, August 21st. Our guest singer for that evening will be Rebecca Davis. Hosted, and we got a whole bunch of other talent on the bill, you know what I'm saying, on the lineup. So come fuck with us at Lefties, you know, August 21st, Turned with Talent Thursdays.
Hell yeah. You gonna throw anything on the grill while you watching these games, or are you just gonna
I grilled yesterday, man. I grilled me an insane ribeye yesterday. I don't know
Nice.
what the play is today. It's Sundays. I like to do chicken wings, so I might fuck around with some buffalo wings or some shit. Can't never go wrong.
We smoked about 10 pounds of chicken breast yesterday.
Yes.
Butterflied them, threw them out there, hit them with a little seasoning, and then just slow smoked them. And so I probably make me a chicken sandwich once I get cleaned up for the day and get ready to work. Yeah.
Very nice. Pickle, lettuce, tomato, onion, all that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Little onion up in there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely, man. What about the punk ass fair? You fucking around with the fair?
So
Iowa State Fair is here, guys.
A lot of conversation about the fair going on right now. I will definitely make it out there for one day. I don't have any of the talent on the books, you know what I mean, in terms of like I need to go see this concert or whatever. And so I don't have an exact day that I'm specifically going. I think my kid's going out there on Wednesday. I saw that the attendance hit 100,000 yesterday. 100,000 guests at the fair yesterday. So that's big numbers. You know what I mean? Anytime you can get 100,000 folks to pull up on you and pay admission, you know what I'm saying? It's impressive. So.
Hell, motherfucking yeah. I forgot to mention also, we had Black Smoke up in here. Remember, he had that event with your homeboy Snug Brim.
Oh yeah, much love to Snug. I talked to him the other day, real quick.
Snug Brim, August 23rd. You know what I'm saying? I think it's from 8 to 12 p.m. Snug Brim, and it's called Get on the Empire Showcase. You know what I'm saying? And they got that Westport down in KC Mo. So
hell yeah. Yeah, shout out to the OG Snug Brim, formerly on Strange Music, Scatterman and Snug Brim, Kansas City legends. And shout out to Black Smoke for putting it all together.
Don Juan and Rich Tycoon are guest judges.
Oh shit. This is a heavy. Oh man, y'all making a statement with this one.
Yeah, Don Juan, Diamond G's up in that motherfucker too, man.
Oh, damn.
I'm sick. I had a chance to get up on that, but we couldn't make it happen. We couldn't get down there, but
what day does that fall on again?
It's August 23rd.
Okay. Yep. I got the Minneapolis thing. I'm up north for Cypress Hill, Minneapolis, Atmosphere, Lupe Fiasco, and the Far Side. Damn. I was just trying to think, like, why did I not clear my schedule for that?
Right. I tried to swing the block on you too, but the first time you was like, hell yeah, and then second time you was like, damn, I already got tickets.
Yeah, I forgot, and I paid an arm and a leg for them because I was like, I got close. I ain't never seen Cypress Hill. I ain't trying to watch it from the nosebleeds. You know what I mean? So
I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you.
So yeah, shout out Be Real, Cypress Hill, all them heavy hitters. But that's definitely an event, man, without a doubt. Yeah, the rest of my day, you know what I mean? I gotta go to work here in a little bit. I'm gonna try and load up that D-Loc interview and the DJ Papa Cal and Hike interviews and get them all cut up and thrown together. That way we can start rolling them out next week. Yeah, everything's looking pretty good. You know what I mean? I just pulled a hard drive from the homie's computer the other day, and I gotta try and. He's having issues pulling data off of it, so I got to try and plug it in and see if I can't figure out what's going on with it. I got to run some diagnostics and see if I can't figure out what's going on, and I got to go clock in. You know what I mean?
Shit, it's all good, man. I'm gonna do this NFL thing. I got a verse to do for CP and HB the King. Me and HB the King and CP, we got a new single that's gonna drop later this year.
Nice.
HB the King, he said he's gonna give us another project, so.
Okay.
Look for HB the King to be dropping the EP on GFG Records later this year,
That's what's up. That's exciting.
I'm stupid excited about that. And then, T-Bear, he's been over there with Frank Mank-Loke. They got a new project called Views from the West. They're doing a duo tape, so expect to be hearing some shit about that. KT is dope. She's been working. Well, not recently, but she's working. She's got an album in the works produced by DJ Q, and we got a single called Award with Tone the Boss that should be coming sometime soon. So
that's dope.
Yeah, dog.
Hell yeah.
GFG
right.
in the building.
Flexing. All right, y'all. I think we cut it short on this one. You know what I mean? Thank you so much to everybody tuning in. We got a full room right now. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people up in here. Conversation's been heavy, a lot of comments, a lot of love. I appreciate everybody as always sharing, liking, and dropping comments up in the podcast. So that lets us know y'all up in here, and thank you so much to everybody that joined us today.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We do it for y'all. You know, shit. We ain't trying to sit here and talk to ourselves.
Amen. All right, y'all. Until next time, it's your boy, that motherfucker Steve for EmceeTV.
It's your boy, Big Ray West, BIGG, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the West Coast. And they know.
And we out, y'all. Peace.
We've been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jump. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice One. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Hashish Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them goons ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck 'em like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, softer than a razor's touch. We hit that script and get the cake enough. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.
Big balls don't take